The constant chase that you're doing in order to feel certain feelings, which is happiness, joy, any fulfillment that you're trying to do in your life. And in the end, you're trying to find yourself in the same position that you were before, then just take a moment to realize that life is more than what you think it is. So, if you feel that after getting a certain job, after getting that certain person, after being in certain areas of your life, after being in certain positions in your life, after achieving this or doing this, I am going to achieve the happiness, the freedom or joy I'm looking for, then you will never be able to get it because you are still chasing it. You are not that. So, what that actually means is once I'm trying to chase something, I am not that it, which means I am not happiness. I am chasing it. I am not joy because I'm chasing it. I'm not peace because I'm chasing it. Constantly, there's so many examples, even within your life, if you see that you tried to achieve certain things in your life, and once you achieved it, you were trying to do that to achieve a certain feeling in your life, and once you did actually achieve that, you didn't even celebrate that. You thought that you will be happy, you will be excited, or you will do this and that. You didn't celebrate, you just moved on to the next what you want to do in life, because you're constantly chasing that feeling. But the fact is, everybody is can access that feeling in their moment, because remember that you are the master of your emotions. This whole concept of the world, the concept that we live in, the concept that we are trying to chase certain things in life, the concept of so many things that we are trying to do, the fact is that we are trying to be happy in the end. We are trying to be peaceful in the end, and we are trying to chase that certain feeling that we think is going to get only after doing this, only after doing that. But you're unable to come to a conclusion because your whole life is turned around into waiting room rather than just living life and enjoying every moment and just be in the present. And you don't have to be happy, you don't have to have a delusional life of, oh, every day is going to be happy, every day is going to be perfect. It doesn't work like that, and that's the better acceptance that you can have for yourself. And once you realize that it doesn't work like that, then you don't have to give out so much of energy on that I need to do this and that. It's good to do that, it's good to achieve certain things, but remember to not stop living your life because you're chasing something. The present moment is the moment of bliss, and that's why it is called the present, right? From the famous movie. So it is present for a reason, because everything lies in the present moment. Even in meditation, when you're trying to access like a next step, you have to go in to the next unknown thing with the present moment. You cannot access it without not thinking of just the future, your past. You have to be in the present moment to feel and calling back your energy to yourself, because that's what meditation is, being in the present, being aware of your own self. That's the biggest thing you can do. This constant chase that you're doing, it's not going to take anybody anywhere. You have to realize that I am chasing, I am looking for something instead of chasing. I am the individual that is creating all this. I am creating all this because of certain emotions that I feel. In the end, we have to realize that emotions rule us. We are in this realm And we have to realize that emotions are something that we need to take control of. And we see crisis of mental health so much. Is it about like mental health? Is it about emotional health? Is it about the fact that everybody's trying to feel certain emotions and they're unable to feel those emotions because of so many things happening around them? They're dependent on people for their happiness. They're dependent on other things. If I get this job, then I will be able to have the freedom. If I have this, then I will be able to do that. But in the end, what you're doing is you're depending on the environment to tell you how to feel. You should be the one, you are the source, telling your environment how you are, how you feel, and you will see the environment turning around, and you will see your life turning around, because you're creating your environment in a sense of this 3D world that we live in. So by taking charge of my emotions, by taking charge of how I feel, how I react, how I think about things, how much grateful I am for this life, how much things I do for others without thinking that I need to get something from them. All these things, when you're trying to do, you will in the end realize that I am the master of my emotions and I need to take control. And once you do that, your life will change. And it's not going to happen, of course, in 1 day, 2 days. But once you're living life in a better state of mind, your life will change. If you read the book Secret, or if you watched the documentary, you know there is an example of the guy who was bullied because he was LGBTQ. He was bullied in his neighborhood, in his job, of who he was identifying as. So he reached out for support and blah blah blah. So in the end, the suggestion was for him to actually stop paying attention to the negative things in life and just start paying more attention to how he wants to feel. Stop giving energy to things that you don't want to feel. So he stopped paying attention to the people who were bullying, stopped paying attention to the things that were making him unhappy. He was started to do things that makes him happy. And in the end, all those people either got removed from his life, somehow they got transferred, somehow they got removed, and he started doing what he was loving, and then he didn't even need that job anymore. Life will turn around once you take control of your emotions. So first is the kind of awareness that you need to come into, where you notice that when do I feel this certain feeling that once I achieve this, or once I do this, then I'm going to be able to get the fulfillment that I'm looking for. Realize what you're chasing, okay? Realize that, and then bring it back to yourself. Bring it back to the present moment, that I can feel that. I can feel that I'm on the top of in a meditative state when I want to. I don't have to not feel that because I am not in a peaceful state of anywhere. You have to realize that if I'm not enjoying my life in the present moment, then life will show me even the examples of how I am not able to enjoy. If I show life that I am enjoying, I'm loving, I'm accepting, I'm happy, I'm joyful, then life shows me example of the same things. That's how it works. So first is realization and noticing when do you feel that? When do you have that feeling coming up to you? And now the second is bringing your power back to yourself. Bringing your power back to yourself is so important. And stop giving power to your environment, to people in your life, to things in your life, and bringing it back to yourself. If something doesn't turn your way, that is good. I am telling you from an example because I have been through a lot of situations in my life where I thought I was devastated in that moment. I thought, how could this person do this to me? I would never expect that. But in the end, that turned out to be the best thing in my life, because that person was removed from my life, and I didn't deserve that. Remember what you deserve, and you have so many things going on in your personal life that if you look back, you will see that in the moment you thought your life was ended, but it did not. Your life, you learned something out of it and you grew from it. But stop holding on to things from your past also. You're calling back your power back to yourself, which means from your past, letting go of the things and knowing that you are the power. You are the one who is creating this. So I am calling back my power into my life. And please start doing journaling. That will help you immensely. When you journal, you write down your thoughts, you write down your feelings, you write down everything you're feeling, and you will have answer to your life. Write down in the moment, how am I feeling? If I am feeling this emotions of anger because of certain unfair situation that happened with me, I'm going to write down, I am feeling so much angry right now, but how I do want to feel in this moment. If I want to feel love, because anger is a lower form of emotion, if I want to feel love, which is a higher form of emotion, then I'm going to change my state. I'm going to feel that I'm replacing my emotion of anger to feeling emotions of love. I'm going to sit down with myself, breathe in love, breathe out love, breathe in love, breathe out love. Instantly, you will notice the shift that you're looking for, because you are taking control back of your situation and now you're journaling it. I hope this message helps, and share this with somebody who actually needs to hear this. Thank you so much for your time, and have yourself a nice day. Thank you.